it's like, I don't know. What point
Right.
do you get there and sit there and be like, okay, yeah, this is all right.
This is a good idea.
Yeah. Random.
I mean,
ugly
I
man,
would
put
like
your
to
name
get,
on me.
maybe I could get one of these people to come on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I bet I could. But I don't know if it's worth me fighting. I could get one of my friends that's really crazy into this, but I don't know if I can argue that point.
Yeah.
Do you even want to? Like, I just feel like you're wasting your time doing it because you're never gonna. It might be interesting to hear their point of view, but I think it would just be too frustrating because, like, you'll never have a real conversation.
You can never win.
No.
They just really believe it all to be true.
But from the flip side of it, they're
Uh-huh.
never going to win either because you're never going to understand their point of view, right?
Right.
So, like, it's kind of lose-lose on both sides. Like, I wonder that when you see these Trump people online and you see people trying to, like, rationalize with them, and I think, like, in their heads, they must be like, how are you so stupid? How do you not see that Trump is still the president and that Biden is sitting in the West Wing sound studio? Like,
yeah.
in their head, that makes sense to them. And they think we're the crazy ones because we just don't get that, which is bizarre. That's bizarre.
Yeah, it is. It is. I really should be watching some, like, things on cults, but I don't know. Lately, I don't know. I'm preoccupied when I watch TV. Am I the only one that's, like, completely preoccupied? And if it's too much to pay attention to, I can't watch it. Do you guys, like, really hone in? I watched a movie last night that I couldn't. Yeah. I watched that movie with
Is it the little things?
Denzel. Yes. Denzel Washington. Right? Isn't it? The Little Things. Yep. Did you watch it?
I don't have HBO. So
I'll give you my password, honey. You can watch it.
I have one, actually.
But Jen, did you watch it?
No, I've never even heard of it.
All right. Well, we won't discuss it because I felt like I wasted 2 hours of my life because I didn't get it. I didn't get the ending.
Only been watching murder docs. I started Queen of the South. It's really good, but I
watched that whole thing. It's my husband.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I just started the second season and I literally just can't focus for a 45-minute episode. Like,
oh, my husband is in that, so I watch it. That's my man. The one who kills everybody. I've got a thing for those, like Tony Soprano.
You love those dirty Italian boys.
I do. Mexican. Oh, I love dark men. So they would be Yeah, I do. I like dangerous men. That's what I like.
That kill people.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
It's great. I love them. I love them. But anyway, I follow him on Instagram and he has a really hot wife.
Oh, of course he does.
Yeah, even though he's ugly. But he has a hot wife. So this lesbian isn't going to be getting him anytime soon. Yeah, and he's probably like a really nice guy. He just looks like a murderer.
Right?
So,
that's the way. That's the good one.
That's probably how it goes with him. Anyway, Lauren, he's like, I don't know what his name is, but he's on the show. He looks like will shoot somebody and not even blink an eye. And that's why I love him.
Oh.
We don't like those murderers with a conscience.
Yeah, he's just dangerous. He's like Tony Soprano was. But Tony was definitely more, I don't know. It's a toss-up who was more endearing, though. Did you guys ever follow the Tony Soprano?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Did you? Did you see the new movies coming out with his son's going to be playing little Tony?
Oh, really?
Yeah, his son is adorable.
It's
the Sopranos. It's like the prequel as to how.
I wish they would start the series back up and have Meadow be the new head boss.
Oh, like the Mafia Queen?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Who watched Nurse Jackie?
I did.
Did
That was
you?
so good.
Yeah, I love that show too. Danielle couldn't stand it
Oh,
because she
She
works
just-
with addicts, and she said it's just too much. Like her addiction behavior was just like
the way she kept
I have
her
to deal with
lives-
this all day. I don't want to look at it when I get home.
the way she kept her lives so split up, like nobody at work had any idea she was even married or kids. Like it was insane how compartmentalized she kept everything.
Yeah. Well, my thing with her also was, I mean, as the show went on and her addiction got worse, it is like that behavior that the addicts do that is obviously it's, they all do it and it does get tiresome. I've got a lot of friends in my life who are addicts and I got to look at it in real life too. The excuses and the scamming for money and the same excuses over and over as to why they need the money. And it's a lot. So, well, that's uplifting. Jen, what stories do you have, Jen?
Okay, do you want to hear some weird news, or do you want to hear
let's
about
do
my
let's do
city
some weird
morning?
news.
Okay, so the Loch Ness Monster has been spotted 3 times in January this year. So supposedly there's like a live cam that just watches the lake that she hangs out in. So I was listening to this report on it, and the guys talking about it were so nonchalant. Like, she's seen all the time, but this is really especially active for January. Like, was I the only one who didn't know that, like, the Loch Ness Monster was like a cartoon that nobody's seen in 100 years? Like,
What? No.
they're literally having a conversation. Like, this is just like, oh yeah, she's out there swimming all the time. But we saw her 3 times in January, which that's just weird. You don't see her that often in January. She more comes out
I've
in like,
never
May.
seen her.
Is it
Huh?
real?
Yeah, like they have like a live cam.
I want to see it.
Okay, I'm gonna find
The
live
only thing
cam.
I ever saw was some bad picture that over the years people thought was
Right? It's like
Yeah, that
aliens.
grainy
Like now
photo.
that everybody has like a camera on their phone, nobody has pictures of aliens anymore or spaceships. It's so weird, but these guys were just like, oh yeah. So the way this was going on, this news report, it was like, it's a normal thing that everybody knows that Nessie's just hanging out in the lake all day. It was freaking crazy.
I didn't think she was real.
I did not either. So I'm going to have to go find, I wonder if I can find it on my iPad. Oh, I can't do anything. Is she still talking or does she just have it on mute? Cindy, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? She's having like a full-on conversation over there. So the other thing I heard today this morning, which was freaking bizarre, this will be bizarre to you because like me, you were locked in the house. History shows as the economy gets worse, high heels get higher.
Interesting.
Higher and higher heels are coming back into fashion now.
Why is that?
Where are people wearing them? Well, I feel like it has something to do with like the sex trade or something. That's the only thing that made sense to me is that
wait. I was on the phone. What?
What? We go from Loch Ness Monster to sex.
Yeah.
Supposedly as the economy gets worse, high heels get higher.
Really?
And really high heels all of a sudden are making a comeback because the economy's not doing great. One, we're all locked in. Who the hell is wearing high heels?
Yeah.
It has to be like sex
Cam.
trade or something, right? Like,
It has to be the cam work.
right? Like, who else is wearing high heels? Like,
OnlyFans?
it's finally 40 here. I'm wearing snow boots all day.
Maybe on the OnlyFans.
Maybe.
Is it called Fans Only or OnlyFans?
I have no idea.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, I mean, I'll put on some high heels and
Well, you need
I'll
really
sell
high
my
ones.
feet pictures if that makes me some money.
Look, I feel like Lauren should have been capitalizing on this way back in March while she's been quarantined.
I really should have. You know, there's a lot of things that I look back on 2020 and I should have taken advantage of from home.
That I should have done from home, right?
Yeah.
But do you have on a Girl Scout troop shirt?
Oh, it's actually Troop Beverly Hills, which is one of my favorite movies.
So fun.
I thought it was a Girl Scout sweatshirt. And I'm like, you're well on your way to doing some really kinky OnlyFans.
Well,
Could you imagine?
So I do have a vest with patches as
that's so like that's borderline.
You can make some good money.
That's way too like exploiting pedophiles. We don't want. We were joking.
Back in all those little Boy Scouts.
We don't think that. No.
Yeah, I'm feet pictures only. That's all.
Oh, remember I'm going to tell you guys my Girl Scout story that made me think of that when I ordered a case of Girl Scout cookies that came to my door the other day. I was laughing. I got kicked out of the Girl Scouts.
Oh.
When I was probably 12. Is that about Girl Scout age? Because I remember being a brownie, right? And then we went on these weekend camping. And I was in the Girl Scouts just so I could get out and go camping somewhere, right? Because I lived in the city. You know what I mean? There was no camping or fires or anything where I grew up, Yeah. So I went on this little camping trip, and I remember it wasn't too far, but we were staying in like these little lean-tos, and everybody in my little tent, we decided that we were going to levitate and do like levitate a girl.
Like light as a feather.
Seance.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we already got in trouble for that because for some reason my Girl Scout troop was very religious.
I was going to say, I think it's a religious thing, Girl Scouts overall, or used to be.
Lauren?
We currently know, and before I got involved, I looked up like all the background and like, are they feminist or anti-feminist? I was like, I'm not getting involved in an organization that is not promoting feminism. And they actually do. I think it's been all along. They've been pro that, but it's very likely that the leader was just.
Well, remember, Lauren, we're talking 1960.
Right.
130 years ago, she was
Lauren,
doing it.
Okay. I'm a dinosaur. So I was but it was very, so they weren't down with any of that. So then we found out that the Boy Scouts were like a little ways, like a cornfield away, they were a cornfield away. So we snuck, I had my little lean-to sneak, and we were going to go see the boys so we went through the cornfield to go see the boys. And then we got in trouble, and I was removed.
Oh, were you the ringleader that?
You know what? Now that I think about it, I probably would have marched right into the Capitol with all them fools, not even like, oh, everyone else is going in the Capitol. Why don't I? Yeah.
They were very organized when they went in.
Yeah, I mean, I did. Right. I had told you that, though. Remember, I was saying when I was at my little pussy march.
Yes.
And if they would have busted in with our little pussy hats on, you never know. I might have just been following the crowd, posted myself on Facebook, with my feet up on McConnell's
Pelosi's desk.
Yeah. No, McConnell. Would have been Mitch because we were, up on there with my pussy hat on and my little gay pride flag. Posted that shit to Facebook. Yeah. Going down as an American terrorist. I don't know. But so that's my Girl Scout story. Lauren, were you a volunteer or something? What did you do?
So when I was a kid, I always wanted to be one. And I grew up in a small town, and you can only have so many people in a troop. So there wasn't enough people. We went to a meeting once. There wasn't enough interest to do a separate troop, but there were too many to join the current one.
Oh my God. So you got pushed out.
I don't think we would do that anymore, but this is this is the 90s, and people weren't as inclusive, I think. So I didn't get to be in one. And when I heard about my coworker who does not have children, who was a group leader, and I was just buying cookies. I was like, oh, great. I want to buy my Girl Scout cookies. And I was like, why are you a Girl Scout leader? You don't have kids. And she's like, well, I grew up doing it, and you don't have to have kids. So I was like, oh, interesting. So I'm going to buy cookies and also sign up to volunteer with your troop.
Do you get a discount on cookies at least?
No, you do not. Because the money from the cookies goes to your troop, but it's like, okay, so they sell for $5. And right now depending on how many you sell, you get anywhere from like 40 cents to $1 from each box sold for your troop. And that's the money that we use